It feels like every time OpenAI makes a move, it sends shockwaves, and this week was no different. Sora 2 is suddenly everywhere, and people are using it to create these wild mashups. Mario in a noir setting, Pikachu reimagined as if it's straight out of Blade Runner. It's almost like fanfic has gone full Hollywood.
What gets me is how quickly the community grabbed hold of it. You've got creators remixing stuff in ways that just weren't possible before, like South Park characters rendered in slow motion or anime classics with totally new moods. OpenAI's talking about building controls and learning from Japan, where remix culture is practically an art form, but you can tell the guardrails are going up just as fast.
Totally. And it's not just about creativity, it's a copyright puzzle too. OpenAI seems to want the best of both worlds. Unleash the remixers, but also manage the chaos. They're promising opt-ins and copyright tools, but you can feel the tension. The frontier's wide open. But there are new fences getting hammered in every day.
The wild thing is, remixing isn't fringe anymore, it's mainstream. People expect to interact with media this way, now taking pieces, spinning something new, and just seeing what sticks. That shift is what makes Sora 2 such a big deal, but it also raises a ton of questions for educators, rights holders, and honestly, anyone who cares about where stories come from.
That actually reminds me of the other, quieter signal from Sam Altman this week, the I/O device. There's no official name, no launch, not even a public prototype. But people are picking up on its presence like a ghost in the room. It's not a phone or a screen. It's more like a companion that listens, almost waiting for the right moment to step in.
Yeah, that concept fascinates me. Instead of flooding us with content like Sora, this device almost sits back and observes tuned to your voice, gestures, maybe even the mood in the room. It's the opposite of the generative deluge. It filters, it waits, and then, at just the right time, it responds. There's something eerie but intriguing about that kind of presence.
Exactly. It's like we're seeing two philosophies play out side by side. One tool floods us with possibilities. The other just quietly tunes in, waiting for its moment. And somewhere between those extremes are all these different users, remixers, teachers, copyright holders, each trying to figure out what all this means.
I've had something like that happen too, where you're surrounded by noise, but you really just want a tool that listens and helps you filter what matters. If OpenAI can actually deliver that, it could change how we interact with digital spaces altogether.
So here's the big question. What happens when these two worlds collide? When the I/O device, the listener, finally meets Sora's creative flood, it's not just about downloading anymore, but about having a real conversation with the shimmer itself.
That's what really excites me. Imagine a space where the generative AI doesn't just spit out video or text, but actually responds to you in real-time, listening, adapting, maybe even co-creating based on your reactions. Suddenly, it's not just consumption, it's a living dialogue.
Exactly, and that's the shift we're living through right now. It's subtle but huge, a kind of silent revolution in how we relate to media and machines. The old boundaries are blurring, and everyone, remixers, educators, rights holders, are scrambling to keep up.
You can feel it, can't you? The ground's moving beneath our feet. This isn't some future moment, we're right in the middle of it. The signals are here. And if we're listening, we might just catch the next shimmer before it becomes a wave.